And we're back again with another episode of the Grappling Dads podcast. And I'm here with my buddy Kip.
Aw, you remembered me.
I did.
It's not just the Paul show.
No.
Fuck you.
It's the Kip show.
It's the Kip show.
Where Paul sounds like a bag of dicks.
You
I'm
really
sick.
do.
I'm going to go with Barry White.
No, bag of dicks.
Bag of dicks. All right.
Bags of dicks it is.
It's terrible.
Hi-ho.
Hi-ho. This is awesome.
You sound weird.
I know, it's terrible. Nothing I can do.
No.
It is what it is.
We're doing this shit.
So, on today's show, it's kind of special. We have a listener email show. Because guess what?
We have enough to do that?
We have enough to do that. I'm super excited. I'm not going to lie. And we got good emails, too.
No, this was your shit because you were just begging for this.
Every show.
Every damn show.
For 20 episodes, I bet.
We had, like, Shane from down in Cincinnati commenting on everything. Paul's still not happy. Love the comments, by the way. Awesome. Way to interject. I loved it. But Paul's still butthurt because he didn't have an email yet.
Well, we set up this cool email, thedads@grapplingdads.com. It's not even a Gmail address.
No, it's a real address for a real website.
Of course I was excited. As my voice just breaks.
Cracks. Did you notice Croilers did?
No, I
had
didn't.
to isolate that shit. It was awesome.
Oh, we can have a Croiler voice crack drop.
Yes, it's going to be great.
This is going to be great. I like how he owned the average black belt comment.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I like more that he just made fun of me constantly.
The entire show.
A little sniper.
He was like, you are to me.
A little bit.
Enjoy that.
It was awesome. I did enjoy it. It was freaking spectacular.
It was fun.
I sent him a text that his honest dislike for me is a beautiful thing. So, thought it was funny.
Nice.
So
today we got an email from Anne from California. She's apparently a genius because, according to her email, which is very, very, very well written.
Like impeccably well?
Oh, yeah. And excellent questions. Like, I had to think about them deeply and often to come up with this answer.
Yeah, I didn't read them at all.
How dare you, sir?
I skimmed them.
So we're gonna try to get through a little bit of that. I have to read a little bit of it, but I won't do the whole thing because it'll take forever.
Yeah, it's wordy.
Yep. Then we got
and there's words I don't know.
Right.
Stop making us dumber
well.
or appear dumber. It's hard to do. She managed it well, though.
We also have an email from Dennis.
Oh, that's one I like a lot, too.
Yeah, that was a good email.
That was a good email. He had an honest question about an honest situation that I'm actually kind of involved in.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
It really correlates to you. And I talked to producer Nicole about it because she's smarter than both of us, and she gave a good answer, which kind of agrees.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So she agrees with what I think.
Where we were going with it? Okay.
But I wanted to make sure.
Don't read that one first.
Why?
Because it came in second.
Fair enough. We'll deal with ants first. But we also have a pants shitting story.
That's quality.
I asked.
You asked for one.
I did, and I got one.
Got it.
Delivered. Oh, this is fantastic. So we'll do that one third.
Third.
So it'll be a good thing to end on right before we pick a winner for the t-shirts.
Yeah. A good poop story is always good to close the show with.
And it is a good poop story.
Well, we have something really cool to close the show out with, though.
We do?
Yep.
What do we have to close the show with?
Contest.
Oh, yes.
The wiener.
Isn't that what I just talked about?
I don't know. Did we?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Pants shitting, then t-shirt contest.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah. Try to keep
I
up.
was getting a drink.
Wow. Terrible.
Do you expect anything else from this shit show?
Negative.
I don't think anybody else out there does.
So, I want to get right into the first email. Sound good?
Yes, do it.
All right. So, Ann says, "Hi, Kip and Paul. You're first. See that? You're actually first on the list.
Better looking.
Clearly.
That's how you do it."
Gotcha. So, she starts off with going, "I saw this video on the New Yorker and thought of you guys. I tried to open the video. Couldn't do it."
Yeah, neither could I.
I'm not the only one.
I'm like, oh, it's a great video.
But
it's not there.
Nope, sorry, Ann. I tried.
Moving on.
So it says, "Too bad the video doesn't have any informative content or link to a related article. It had no content, point in fact."
Nothing.
But she gave me another link about other news outlets published about related stories, and going on to say about the massive bullying thing. Yeah. So not a political show, but after Trump got inaugurated, a lot of racial minority bully stories came out.
Yeah.
And it was super sad. But her point was that it gave a huge interest in the martial arts or self-defense classes.
Yeah.
So she had a few questions about what we do and how it correlates.
Okay.
Because I don't think she practices martial arts or
No.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
No, I don't think so.
So she was finally, here are a few questions.
She should.
She should. Everybody should.
Yes, she should.
So if you're listening, and I know you are, sign up today. And you're in California. Like, that's the mecca.
There's Gracie schools as far as the eye can see out there.
On every corner. Yeah.
Find one.
Yeah.
Go.
Find a ladies class.
Well,
pick one of those.
Find one and ask us first. Then we'll call them.
Yeah.
Threaten them that you're our biggest fan.
We have an inside guy.
Or close to biggest fan.
Yeah.
Love you, Terry.
We have an inside guy. We have Croyler.
Yes.
Yeah.
He'll make calls.
I'm sure he knows them all, as he should.
Family?
Yeah.
They're all cousins, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what they kind of consider each other in
I
that
think
family
so too.
tree, which is kind of cool.
Yes. Agreed. So, her question. In your experience, when you're grappling with somebody who has prior physical defense/combat training but is new to BJJ, what kind of mistakes, advantages, and go-to crutches are common to each type of prior training, i.e. Muay Thai, boxing, wrestling, judo, aikido, karate, others, ? You've touched on this a little bit with respect to how wrestlers and football players start out before they've really picked up BJJ, but I'd be curious to hear any other patterns you've noticed, and also whether people, quote, outgrow them as they move forward in BJJ, or whether a certain flavor of their prior training always sticks with them.
Good Lord, that's well written.
Right?
Fuck.
So I'm going to need you to write for the show from now on.
No. Because then people like meet us and go, so you guys are pretty intelligent and worldly? Nope. That's Ann.
Negative.
We're dumb and can read.
Yep. So in my experience, because I was into a lot of different martial arts, so I've tried
Taekwondo.
I've got my black belt in Taekwondo. It took me 3 years, bro. 3 years.
Wow, I'm going to be at 2 and I don't have a blue belt yet. Fuck. I mean, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I don't deserve it.
It's a testament to just how badass I am.
Nope.
Okay, moving on. So I went from Taekwondo to karate jitsu, and that's more of
what the hell is that?
Well, it
sounds like somebody got bored and renamed something.
Perhaps. Be that as it may, it was more of a self-defense art. So where Taekwondo was kind of more sport, really pretty kicks. I mean, it's awesome. It's a good sport. Matter of fact, it's doing really well in the UFC right now.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's actually cool. Like,
it is kind of cool.
I kind of feel vindicated.
You shouldn't, because I think you called it the dancing martial art earlier.
He's dancing people's faces off, bro.
Who are you talking about? Yeah, I knew you didn't know. Moving on.
Well, do you know? Because now you're going to look stupid if you don't know.
Well, I think Sage Northcutt has a touch of it, and so
who's the dude we just watched fight 2 weekends ago?
Oh my gosh, I forgot his name.
Oh my god,
Wonder Boy. It's Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy. Yeah, what's his name?
I can't remember. Wonder Boy.
Ha! Suck it, Kip.
Oh my god,
threw me under the bus for something you didn't even know.
Did you know Wonder Boy? Did you know Sage Northcutt?
I knew Sage.
Bullshit.
Right after you said them, it rang a bell.
I remember everything after you tell me.
Nice. Well, yeah. That's how it works.
Thompson. That's his last name.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gary?
Oh, that's sad, dude. He's been in 2 freaking title fights against Tyrone Woodley, and I hate Tyrone Woodley, so whoops.
Oh no, that's really funny. Yeah, clearly we're not hip to all the UFC fighters.
Yes, I am. That's the bad thing.
Clearly
Fuck.
not. Clearly not.
Josh, Wonder Boy, Josh Thompson.
That doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't either.
You know what we need?
Goggle.
Another email.
Yeah.
There goes my voice again. The dads. Grappling to tell us how stupid we are.
I just want more emails.
I do. They're fun.
Ooh. I forgot one. Remind me about our other email.
All right, cool. So we, in my experience, I've tried a lot of the stand-up martial arts. And then when I tried jiu-jitsu, it didn't correlate at all. Like, nothing. Zero.
Yeah, it's not like you did judo or something.
No.
That would correlate nicely.
Yeah, everything I did, I guess the only takeaway was I had a little bit of is it called kinesthetic? You know what I mean? I could learn a little faster because I'm used to body movements and, you know. And, yeah, so compared to somebody that's like a couch potato for 30 years before they start, I think it helps.
I think it does for sure. Robert's picking up pretty damn quick, and he's Kung Fu?
Also Kung Fu. I think that's one of his.
I think he does like 9 different things.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff.
Little badass monkey guy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I think athleticism correlates. Like I was into working out and stuff, hence my, muscle bound stupid hat mountain bike.
Super douche.
Yeah. But I think that actually hurts more than it helps though, because if you have a lot of strength and you got a lot of power,
you can use that more than technique.
Yes, you can cheat with other people that don't know what they're doing. You cannot cheat on people that do know what they're doing. So if you're just starting out and you're beating up all the white belts because you're the big athletic strong dude, you're doing yourself no favors.
No favors at all.
And you're learning bad habits. So that's what I think about that. So the martial arts don't really help you learn jiu-jitsu any faster, and the strength is more of a hindrance to learning.
It's a detriment to your training, because there's even if you don't want to use your strength, you're going to fall back on it.
Right.
It's your natural. It's part of that fight or flight. It's your fight.
Yeah.
And you're just going to defend yourself, and you just take away from your own learning. And I actually talked to Rob about that last night at class. After class, he was just like, it doesn't help me to kill you, and he goes, you can squash me though. If you want to squash somebody, you come squash me.
Yeah,
so
he
was just
awesome.
He does. That's his fucking thing, and it's awesome. I was like, cool. I'll have to do that because I've talked about it before on the show. That's my issue, is I can't crush people. But my background coming from sports, I don't know if it helped me. I think it actually, coaching. I take coaching really well.
Yeah.
And that came from sports. Like, I can just shut my mind off into what someone told me. It's probably because there's not much going on up there.
Nice.
Hamster falls off the wheel.
Smoke starts rolling out the ears.
So, what was the other part of that?
Wrestling, judo.
Yeah, we kind of talked about wrestling.
Yeah, we talked about
That's
wrestling.
That's a great base for it, though.
So,
it really is. As long as you can turn off
wrestling
utter aggression.
Yeah, wrestling start out, they can be motherfuckers for sure, because they get the base, the posture. It's hard to roll.
The groundwork.
Yeah, so you can't take away that mat time. But they have to kind of let go of the wrestling mindset and adopt the jiu-jitsu mindset, which is work off your back. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay to be on your back.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a hard thing for them to do, because that's losing.
Yeah. So if you can get past that and kind of be okay with losing more.
And they'll get past it. It's just the faster, I think, you can get past it, the better off you're going to be.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, so, I couldn't say it better myself.
Eddie's doing a good thing, that asshole that we talk about occasionally. Yes. He's doing a great job of trying to move past that.
Guy that keeps on forgetting, air quotes, his gi.
He owns a new one, too.
Really?
He got a nice, pretty blue one. It's an elite gi.
Oh, it's a nice gi.
And he's a loser, because he has like 17 belts. What the hell? He's collecting white belts.
I mean, to be fair, I probably have 6 white belts around here. I got one sitting over on the table.
I was going to say, I just looked over. There's one just sitting there for no reason.
That's funny.
Like, just in case you take your own stripes away, you're like, I don't deserve this shit anymore.
Yeah, I just put the white belt on and I feel less pressure with the white belt.
You go to other gyms, don't you?
No.
You're like, I'm a white belt.
It's funny, because I've said it before on the show that when I was a no-stripe white belt, but not really.
Yeah.
It was fun. Cause
you were Ryan at school, at our class.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Ryan's a dangerous little fucker. I mean, he ain't little.
No.
Anyways.
He's super athletic. But it was fun for me to go into schools as a no-stripe white belt new guy, and then roll with people that thought I was that guy and wasn't. It was fun. It was a good time.
Learned a bunch, I bet.
Oh, that didn't last long. Clearly, they rolled one time with each person, then they're like, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're an asshole.
Yep.
You're sandbagging.
Yep, he's a sandbagging douchebag.
Well, there was another part of that.
Which part?
The part about self-defense. That if you had self-defense training before, right?
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
We're really good at cutting each other off.
Yes, sir.
My thought on that is that actually is going to correlate a lot. That's where Gracie Jiu-Jitsu especially is based off of.
Yes.
Is self-defense first. And the rest of it comes around the self-defense moves.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever watch self-defense videos or YouTube, anything, a lot of that is jiu-jitsu. Very basic jiu-jitsu throws, ways to defend yourself at close quarters.
How to get out of grabs.
How to get out of grabs for sure.
Yeah. Which is great for kids and women. How to, if you're grabbed any way, how to get out of those.
Especially from behind.
And looking back, when I was into the karate jiu-jitsu and even the taekwondo, they did some of that. Not as much, not as in depth, but yeah. I just didn't remember any of it because I was 7 when I learned it.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, we can do.
I've yet to put that video up of the self-defense with a marker.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking hilarious. I gotta find that, dude. It's funny. So great.
Did we beat that with the dead horse, or beat that dead horse enough? Or
yeah, I think so. Was there any parts of that question we missed? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Moving on.
Yeah. As far as patterns, usually you get out of those patterns. You know, if you're stuck in something, you're not gonna progress until you just kind of let it go.
It's hard. It's hard to get stuck because there's so many nuances to things, and the way that people roll with you.
Yeah,
it's everybody's different. It's gonna be different.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're stuck in that mindset that I have to win mindset, or I should be good because I'm a black belt and something else mindset.
Yeah,
I was stuck there for quite a while. I was stuck in I'm a black belt. I want a cage fight. I was really strong at the time, and
my douche level's extremely high.
Oh, for sure. And as soon as I had little girls and my testosterone went bye-bye, I got better at jiu-jitsu.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. You're dangerous, man. I'm telling you.
But I wasn't. I was just the average meathead, you know, the guy that. Yeah. So, if those stay with you for a while, you're just not going to progress.
Yeah, you're going to break away from that. People are going to beat that out of you, if nothing else.
So either you get out of that mindset or you just don't stick with jiu-jitsu. That's usually your options because it's your ego that.
Too bad it's more a lot of it's a ladder. People just give up.
Yeah, well, it's a hard sport, man. It really is. So, I mean, we're gonna.
Dude, it's freaking impossible.
All right, so I want to get to this email because it's long and we have many, which is great. I'm still so excited. I was like,
I don't know why you're saying these things.
All right,
almost sounds negative.
Second part.
Go.
You guys talk about your own injuries, but these mainly started prior to or outside of BJJ. In your opinion, if you come into the sport without any existing injury, is it common to be able to train hard and reach a high belt level without getting injured? I.e., I'm talking about something potentially recurring like a torn meniscus and other long-lasting damage to joints, not things like bruises. Do you think that being a smaller... let's cover that first. There's a little bit of a two-parter here.
Yeah.
No, you're going to get messed up. Like when you just start, depending on your class, it's tough because
oh God, that's a tough one.
I want to give one example. So let's say you're in somebody's guard. So you're sitting on your heels, and somebody's got their legs wrapped around you while they're on your back. You're in somebody's guard, and they do a hip bump sweep on you. Right, basic hip bump sweep, very simple. Mm-hmm. One of the first ones I've learned. It's excellent, very effective. If your feet aren't directly under your ass. If your feet are out, you're going to heel hook yourself and destroy your knee. And things like that can happen if you're not taught very early what it's about. If you start rolling too soon, or even if you're
rolling with the wrong person.
Right. But let's say you're day one and you're learning the basic hip bump sweep on day one. Like that's just your first class, your first white belt class.
That could happen for sure.
Yeah, if somebody doesn't say, "Hey, keep your feet right under your butt," or else, you have a really good chance of getting hurt.
Yeah, unless you have really good balance in the center, that you can feel it. Because I probably would have broken because I didn't hear that right away.
Yep.
So if I didn't have decent balance and a good way to get back to base naturally, I would have broke the shit out of my knees.
But yeah, I think that's where I think Croyler was talking about it on the last show. He doesn't let white belts roll with white belts. So you need somebody experienced that knows about those nuances to keep you safe.
Yeah, well, then it's not. He also went on. He expanded too that it wasn't white belt was almost like the misnomer term.
Tome.
I'm
I'm
going with tome.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Sue us?
Yeah.
Grammar police?
Yeah. Fuck you.
We're getting mad at
nobody. Imaginary person.
Yes.
Anyways, is a misnomer tome for because he did say later, an experienced white belt, 6-8 months, then he'll let them go.
Yeah, if you've been a white belt for a year, you ought to be pretty cognizant of what's going on by then.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But not always.
So, no, I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, yeah, I've been doing it for 8 years. Still no clue.
Damn it.
I love this stuff. I wish I'd get good one day.
No,
probably not.
We're horrible.
But, yeah, so things like that can certainly happen. Accidents can certainly happen. In my experience, the longer you are involved, so let's, for example, let's say you go 3 days a week for 2 years.
Yes.
You're that guy. You're going to get so much less hurt, less injured than somebody that's been doing it 3 days a week for 6 months.
My gosh, yeah.
Just because you know exactly where to be and not to be. Like you really understand the dynamics of what's going on and how to keep yourself safe.
And you see things coming. Even if you can't do them.
Yep.
You're like, perfect example for me was Ben. He does some goofy crap, and back when I first started, he would just have me wrapped up, and I didn't know what was going on. Right. Go to defend myself completely incorrectly. I'm hurting myself.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. He did everything in the power not to, but I didn't know where to go.
Yep.
But now, I can't stop him, but I can stop myself from getting hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you learn things like if you're falling, don't post on your arm. It's a good way to break that thing. Or if you're falling, break fall.
Break fall's a big part of it.
The basic things we learn of, we roll up and down the mat, right? We do our front rolls and our back rolls.
Yep.
That's not just so that your coach can make you dizzy, although it's effective at that.
Very effective.
It's to keep you safe. So you need to learn how to roll out of moves over your neck so that you don't pinch that thing.
Yeah, somebody throws a freaking omoplata on you.
Right.
You better know how to get out of that, and that's a roll forward.
But the first time somebody stacks you up on your back and you don't know how to do a proper roll
out, or you get turtled.
Yeah, you're gonna kink your neck. Mm-hmm. So that's why you need to get sufficient at that kind of stuff. Sufficient, that's the right word?
No.
Efficient. Proficient. Bam! Nailed it. Anyway.
Efficient would work.
I don't care. Anyway, you get gooder at that
you
stuff.
Get gooder.
You get more betterer.
And more smarticized.
Yeah. But some of that just comes with experience. Now,
I have another real quick, for instance.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, very light injury type stuff. My wife just noticed the other night that she doesn't have bruises all over herself.
Really?
Yes. Because when she started, she was a freaking map of the Andes.
Yeah.
Just freaking bruises raised and low.
Yeah.
Just all over her. And, she had bruises on her back.
Wow.
From doing shrimps and doing the cool one, the rope pull.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. She was so bruised. And then she noticed last night that the only bruise she has now that's, like, real significant looking is where Mel pinched her underneath her arm.
Yeah.
So those ones still happen occasionally. But, yeah, that's a good example. She's been in about 6 months. She's starting to figure out, like, if I fall, I got to do this.
Right.
Or if somebody pulls me this way, they're probably trying to do this.
Yep.
Get my frame up and my posture. Those are two huge things I got to work on. And then she's doing those things. So guess what? Less bruises.
Yep. If you can find the right training partner or 2 or 3.
I'm still looking for one.
Good luck. And just roll with them so they know how not to hurt you.
Yes.
I think you'll be so much better off and have so many less injuries than just rolling with anybody that'll roll.
Well, and the big. Don't be afraid to say no.
Right. And it's not the people.
And it's not the person.
No. Because they're not being douchebags. They just, if they're not experienced enough, they don't know how to keep you safe.
Or if they're not even experienced enough with you.
Right.
If they're a blue belt, but they're not, they haven't rolled with you. They don't know your skill level. Guess what? That first roll, you can get hurt.
Yeah. And
hurt pretty good just because, and it's not their fault. They're trying to help you out, and they just don't know you didn't know that.
Right. and you should be able to ask any coach, hey, look, I really can't get hurt. Who can I roll with here that can keep me safe?
And he'll tell you.
He'll know.
Oh, for sure.
If he doesn't, there's a problem.
Yeah, he doesn't know his people. Yeah, or it's like a 200-person school.
Like it, I don't know.
Then it has multiple people. But yeah, I mean, you can usually go by belt color. You really can.
Yeah. Typically, if you're rolling with a purple belt, brown belt, black belt,
you're good.
You're fine.
Blue belts, for the most part, are okay.
Even then,
it's just even then it can be
because you get a blue belt in a year and a half. You know what I mean? And you're in a year and a half in, you don't have a lot of good experience. Like when I first got my blue belt, it was a whole different animal than a year now I've had it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a different.
No, it's a little longer.
Yeah, a little longer.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, whole different animal than when I first started.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so get a blue belt with a handful of stripes on.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
Yeah.
So avoiding injuries, use the tools around you, which are your training partners.
Yes.
In jiu-jitsu.
So, second part of the question, do you think that being a smaller person and or a woman makes you more likely or less likely to be injured? What about in competitions versus class? For example, what have Morgan's BJJ injuries been like?
Oh my God, many.
Many and often.
Because she goes nonstop. So she's a little bit out of the norm.
Yeah.
The normal person isn't going to, she wants to hit competition. So she's going hard with people of any size, trying to learn and do that.
And with women in BJJ competitions, like she was saying on a previous show, is you get who you get because you don't have a choice. Like you roll with whoever shows up because there's not going to be a lot of people in your division.
There's not enough there. Yeah.
But being a woman, being smaller, I'm going to say you're more likely to get injured, and here's why. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that want to do jiu-jitsu that just want to be fighters. They like the idea of being able to roll hard. That draws people into this sport.
Yeah, because they see the UFC end of it.
So it's easier as a smaller person to get squashed because when you're 250 pounds and you're muscly or just a big
or
dude,
just a bigger guy,
you don't understand what it feels like to be a small person getting squashed. You just don't get it.
No, you've always been the big guy.
Yeah.
So
you've never had that.
You've never had that.
So if you're rolling with anybody and everybody and you get the big guys that smash you, you're gonna get messed up. So that's where it goes back to pick your partners. You know, it's funny because it's never fun to go, no, I'm not gonna roll with you.
No,
because you seem like the douchebag, but you.
Or they take, I can't blame them. It's like, oh, you don't want to roll with me? What the fuck?
Right.
It's like, I don't want to, no, I just don't want to hurt myself.
Right. Well,
I won't hurt you. Yes, but I will hurt myself with you.
Yeah. Well, one of my first experiences, I tried out a class back just after the first Tough came out, and I just tried a local class, and it was a no-gi, and I went there maybe not even half a dozen times.
Okay.
But this is when I was at just about the prime of my working out douchebaggery, too much testosterone, no kid stage.
Buckhead.
Yeah. And I had multiple people tell me, no, I'm not going to roll with you. And I, at the time, legitimately didn't understand. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea. Because I thought, we're here to fight. This is jiu-jitsu. This is, UFC stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I had people tell me, no, I'm not going to roll with you. Because I would can open them. I didn't know the rules. Like, I didn't know what was safe and what wasn't. So I had no idea. Yeah, I'd have people tell me no. So I've actually had that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How'd that make you feel?
Kind of crappy.
Crappy?
Crummy and crappy all rolled into one. One word, crappy.
Crappy. Another word for the Paul Dictionary.
Exactly. But, they had to do what's best for them, which was avoid a douchebag like myself. I ain't mad at it. I get it.
Wow, I suck. I'm sorry.
Well, we have Dr. Dave, right? He rolls, and everybody knows he's a surgeon.
Oh, back when he came, yeah. Oh, yeah. We don't know. It was all
flow roll.
Yeah, you had to go at Dave's pace, and you could always tell when he wasn't gonna be working for like a few weeks. And he would try to kill you.
He'd ramp it up a little bit.
He would ramp it up.
He's like,
all right, good go. Yeah. But you knew how, you knew it. Everyone said it. Don't touch his hands.
Yeah, exactly. Just be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, be cool about it.
But you're more likely to get hurt if you're smaller just based on weight and pressure.
So the quicker you can learn the basics of framing, posture, and being smashed, get used to it. and figure out how to be comfortable. That's honestly what I did with Ryan yesterday. We're rolling. He's full steam, and you know me, I'm not. I would rather just flow around and figure stuff out. And he was awesome, fun as hell to roll with. But I was just tired. I was worn out, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make myself work not dying. So I gave him mount. I gave him, I gave him half guard at one point, and I just wouldn't let him have anything. And that was my goal. And he did a great job trying to work on stuff. And it was hilarious because a fellow compadre was sitting there trying to help. Eric's sitting behind me going, Kip, grab his leg. I just look at Eric, and I'm like, don't want I just give this sweet thumbs up, stupid face, like, this is kind of fun. Because that's it. I hadn't been in that position in a while. So I'm like, you know what? This is good. I'm just going to try to work from here and survive.
Yeah, becoming untappable sounds, it's not the right word, but as untappable as you can get.
As you can be.
Yeah, so if somebody has your back or somebody has mount and they can't tap you out, I'm going to call that a win.
Yeah, and he, he slapped on a good triangle, and I held out long enough that he let go. I was like, I told him to put it back on. I'm like,
you're
no.
so close.
I was like, no, put it back on. And then I gave him the thumbs up to the air and said, toes up. And then the buzzer went, but I was going to go out.
Nice.
So, because it was tight. So, good job, Ryan.
Yeah, good job, Ryan. But yeah, as far as her injuries go, she's had some black eyes and busted noses, or at least hit bloody noses.
Oh, yeah, she's had a
cauliflower ear.
Cauliflower ear that just was nasty. She's had toes-ish broken left and right. I think she has neck issues. But she's such a diehard, though. Like,
she trains like 7 days a week most times.
And rolling with her, like, she's great with me. She's more flow rolly. Just seeing what's going on, probably because I'm flailing. I punch her in the face. Yeah, but man, you watch her with like Adam, one of the bigger guys, the blue belt. That's really talented.
Dude, I love rolling with Adam.
Or God, I hate it. I hate it. It's the mirrored image of myself rolling with myself. It's fucking horrible. And it's just two freaking deer stuck into each other. Like, we just lock horns and we're just like, yep, we're trying to do the same thing.
Look like you're on a teeter-totter pulling each other down. Like, what the hell?
Why do you guys keep just bouncing from your back to his?
Why are you both vying for a shitty position?
Yeah, we are. We're both like, let me get to my back. You can have mount for all I care. No, it's not good. No. But anyways,
so what do you think of if like your wife?
Yes.
Average trainer. She likes the sport. She fell in love with the sport.
Loves it.
I don't think she's not into competitions, right? Like, that's not her shtick.
Oh no, she will.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, that's not my shtick. That's her. She would. She for sure would.
Well, what would be a good example of some a smaller person, like a smaller lady that's just in it for, I want to learn self-defense. I like meeting new people. What are the chances of them getting hurt all the time?
You want to know what? Let's go to just using that very person, quote unquote, because I guess it's not a real person because I don't know this person, but we do have those in the women's class. There's 2 teenage girls that show up for the women's class
I didn't know that.
On Thursdays,
Very cool.
And that's the only thing they're doing. They don't come to any other class that I know of, and that's what they do. Jen says they're great, they're fun, but they're literally just trying to learn how to defend themselves.
Oh, that's awesome.
They don't get hurt. Jen says Morgan runs a great class. God, we talk about highly of her.
And she's awesome.
She's a little badass. She gets hurt all the time. Oh, and she's so sweet.
You can't be that awesome and not be adored. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Suck it up.
Suck it up.
Yep. Stop being awesome.
Yeah,
but yeah, so if you're going to do that kind of thing and you're looking for self-defense, you're looking more for exercise, because Justin runs a great cardio than combat class. I don't see him getting hurt. Jen never comes home from there like, oh, this guy jacked me here and there. In the no-gi class, she just doesn't come home with that. So I think it's more technique for them because you don't have shit to grab onto.
Fair enough.
So you don't have that to fall back to, maybe. So that could work. Like, if you're doing it more for cardio and self-defense, you're not going to get hurt a ton.
Yeah, makes sense.
No.
That kind of leads into her last question. She goes, in a real-life self-defense situation, your opponent wouldn't be wearing a gi and might be wearing clothes that's hard to grab. So if self-defense is a prime interest for enrolling your daughters in BJJ, it seems like they should take, in addition to their gi classes, enough no-gi classes to feel comfortable.
How much research did she do?
Oh, I don't know, dude. But for somebody that doesn't do jiu-jitsu,
yeah,
good Lord. You're awesome.
Awesome.
All right, let me finish. So if self-defense is a prime interest for enrolling your daughters in BJJ, it seems like they should take, in addition to their gi classes, enough no-gi classes to feel comfortable adapting to the different techniques needed in those situations too. What are your thoughts?
Agree. To an extent.
Yes.
Go ahead, Paul.
I'm wearing a shirt right now. It's just a pullover that it's very gi-like. And if my daughter grabs a hold of this, she's going to choke me out with it. Where it's going to be more difficult is if somebody's wearing, say, a rash guard or a tight-fitting T-shirt. It's going to be harder to grab onto.
Like a T-shirt.
But not impossible.
No, not at all.
And there's enough moves, even in gi jiu-jitsu, that doesn't rely on the gi. Like if I put you in a guillotine.
Oh, no, I put you in a triangle?
Yeah, that's gi,
I don't
no-gi.
use a lot of gi.
No.
I really don't. I need to. I'm supposed to be doing that, but
a standard arm bar, I don't need
shit.
Yeah, exactly. So there's so many moves in gi jiu-jitsu that doesn't
they go across.
Right.
But Jen has said, my wife's coming up a ton. She needs to come on the show.
She does.
Jesus.
Make it happen.
But she's too pretty for radio. Podcast.
We'll videotape that one.
We should. She's way pretty. What the hell's she doing with me? Okay.
Excellent question.
Sorry, just wandering off. Like you didn't marry above your grade.
Oh, I know.
Look at your face.
Yeah, I just didn't bring it up.
No, we shouldn't. It's like tempting fate. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
But she's brought up multiple times that she really enjoys the technique that you have to have in no-gi because you don't have that fallback of that loose garment to go to.
Right.
So she says she feels like it's more a lot. I wouldn't say a lot, but more technique needed in certain parts.
Interesting.
And that's her thought.
Okay.
And I get where she's coming from to an extent because I can get let's say a deep collar, cross collar, and I can go for a choke from there. But if it's not too deep, I can still kind of get it. Even in a self-defense way, I can still get it enough to make it uncomfortable as living hell. But guess what? If you tried something like that and you did it choke wrong on a no-gi, guess what? There's no real safety net, I guess, is a decent word for it. So I could see that. Yeah,
I'm not hip to the new school, like 10th Planet kind of stuff now, or the stuff that Gordon Ryan does as far as all the leg locks and all that
it's
stuff.
All that. Yeah, it's a big
rage. I'm really not hip to that. I'm super old school. I'm only a blue belt. I'm not into it. So, but in my mind, primitively, and feel free to write in at thedads at grapplingdads.com. But I always correlated gi jiu-jitsu like chess and no-gi like checkers. Like checkers is just a way faster game. You can get a whole bunch of them done real quick, and everything's just faster, and there's less
You're gonna
options.
piss some people off.
Well, no, right in, because I don't know. Like
No.
I prefaced it with I don't know. That's just the way I see things because I don't know any better. I would love to be corrected, but with the gi, there's just so many things you can do with the gi.
Yeah, but her point is they're not wearing a gi, and
for self-defense purposes.
Yeah, that's what she asked about. So I'm answering the question that she asked.
I'm getting to it.
You son of a...
I'm getting to it.
No, you're not.
What about if they had a coat on, just like a gi? Bam.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we live in Michigan.
Hey,
we got a coat on for 6 months of the year, bro.
You've seen muggers in every TV show. They're wearing hoodies, black with black sunglasses on, and a white T-shirt underneath.
If somebody's got a hoodie, you can grab that bitch like a gi.
Exactly.
Bam.
Oh my gosh! You could do some really cool jokes with that.
So if you want to do no gi and you get robbed by like a naked guy in Vaseline, you're probably better off if you train a little bit of no gi. You're right.
I don't think it hurts. I think it's
No,
a good. I think it was actually a pretty good correlation for her.
Yep. No, it's a good question, and I agree too. I think no gi training should be a thing.
I do too.
And When I wrestle my daughters at home and we go over this stuff, guess what? It's all no gi. Because I don't go put my gi on with my kids. We just wrestle. We roll.
Yeah, I do that with Sid and Sid a lot. Sid jumps on top of me and just like, let's go.
Yeah. So with my girls, they're in for the self-defense, first and foremost.
Yep.
Second, it's fun. Third, it gives them some discipline. I say that kind of tongue in cheek because I don't know. I think people give.
What was that?
People get, I don't know.
Discipline? No.
Well, yes and no. It can help if it's part of your parenting, right? So if you're a good parent, it can correlate. But if you don't care, then it's not gonna fix your kid if you're not a good parent either.
That makes sense.
But I mean, it's one of the reasons why we put our kids in, because it helps with that kind of stuff, because that's what's important to us.
Well, yeah, and then they learn to respect their coaches and things like that, which is a big deal nowadays.
Absolutely.
So much disrespect in the world.
Yep. But yeah, I think gi jiu-jitsu is probably plenty if it's just self-defense. Like if that's all you know, it's probably going to be good enough. That being said, I am not opposed to no-gi training as well. I think it can only help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, because what if you got a guy that's got a T-shirt on?
Was that a shitty answer? Yes and no.
A little bit. But no, I think that's good. I think Am will probably come back with more questions just from reading the rest of her crap. So,
and if we suck at answering those questions, tell us. I
have no doubt. I think she will.
And a Croiler, if you listen, I know you do, and something we said was off, write in, and we'll read
He
your
doesn't
answer.
have to write in. He can just call me or text me.
No, write in. The Dads, grapplingdads.com.
That one
fun.
doesn't count.
No, it does too. This is fun.
We have Croiler's Corner we have to start doing, so
that's right.
you need to settle.
Okay, fine.
Okay?
All right.
So.
Oh, also, she says, did I send your first email? Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
did.
You're a rock star.
We love you.
Also, she liked my budget stuff, so anybody that didn't like it, too bad. She did. So there. Vindication.
Yay, Paul won one person.
Yeah, that's all I needed.
You pissed off a bunch of other ones.
Probably. It's okay, though. It's okay.
It's not. Anyways.
Do you want to get right into the...
We have. I just want to throw one in between.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I want to get to Dennis's before we move on. We have one of our fans, Steve, from down at Croilers.
Yep.
That is...
I'm going to call him a friend.
He is a friend.
Nice guy.
He is
super
awesome.
Nice guy.
Purple belt that's just been doing it forever. He's probably more than a purple belt.
Yeah. I really wish you got to roll with him.
He wanted to,
dude,
and I wanted to,
he's a
but
fun
then
roll. Slick.
Yeah,
just fun.
Then somebody got in this weird argument there, and it made the class all weird.
Yeah, who does that?
What an asshole.
Moving on.
I think his name was Kip.
Yeah.
Dude's a dick. Anyways, don't do that, and everyone. But no, yeah, we're gonna have new theme music.
Yes, we are.
And it's going to be original.
I like it. He's
got a sick band. He's awesome on the guitar. Good Lord.
Yeah.
And people, wait for it. It's going to be great.
It's going to be excellent. You are going to love it.
And because we definitely may have stole our current theme music. So, I don't know whose it was.
Hey, if we need vocals on the show, I could probably do it right now.
No.
Come on, listen to this voice.
We don't need Barry White's Grappling jazz.
Come on now.
That's creepy.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
That was the Kool-Aid Man.
Was it?
Yep.
Shit. Yeah, whatever.
All right. So look forward to it. We're going to have it hopefully soon. He's been great at getting back to us. Actually, I think we owe him an email back, and then he'll probably have something for us quick. So say goodbye to the old theme music. Welcome in the new. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Dennis.
I
really want to hear Dennis's.
So, Dennis wrote. Oh, crap. I got to find it now. Found it. I'm on it. I'm on it. All right. It's a very long email. And
okay.
He liked your point about the just a white belt to get started.
Yeah.
So that actually resonated.
I've gotten a pretty good freaking response from that, man.
That resonated with more people than I thought, because I thought you were just a crazy little whiner. And it's not that you're not. It's just that you had...
Don't take that card away from me.
It's just that you had a point. And Croiler, I think he had some...
He articulated that really well.
He really did. And Dennis also listened to that show. He wrote and said, lovely. So,
Dennis...
Not in those words.
Dennis listens to every show. Why? Because he's a good fan.
He's a good
Go
fan.
Dennis.
He's a good, actually, he's got a really good question, but I want to go down to the end because it's hilarious. He goes, I hope.
Oh, you're starting at the end
I'm
and we're going to work backwards?
Yes.
Okay.
He goes, I hope I wasn't your first email, and I'm sorry I'm not Australian, although you can still read it in a bad accent if you want. Love the show and hope to hear many more episodes.
So, Dennis, I would love to do that, but I have reserved that for all our Australian
Yes.
listeners. And I'm waiting for one of them guys to send anything. I don't care if it's a limerick. I'm reading that shit in an Australian accent.
Yes. It's going to happen.
Love it, Dennis. Sorry, dude. Got to hold out.
He also says, to sum it up, also, sorry I'm not as good of a writer as that Nick dude. Get that man his banana bread. Already done, brother.
Yeah,
Already
he's done. He's taken care of.
He's all good.
And then when I see him, I'm going to choke the living shit out of him.
So,
calling me beaker and things.
Actually, so you're in the same situation, kind of, is his question.
Kinda.
So I'm going to actually let you take over this one because it's kind of close at home, and I'll just add my
read the
thoughts.
question for me.
Here, it's right here.
Because you read it.
All right, cool.
Because I don't want to. I was trying to find
I
out.
don't want to.
It's not. I was going to read it, but I don't have it on my own phone. I got my new phone. It's not working.
I want you to read it in your Barry Manilow voice.
I don't have one. You do.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. All right, another thing that was brought up that hit close to home was when one of you brought up the story about your daughter's friend and wanting to get her into jiu-jitsu. So right now, I am enrolled with my 7-year-old son and have been for about 3 months. I just started my 5-year-old son a couple of weeks ago, and my 10-year-old daughter is just starting as well. She didn't want to do it at first, but came around after seeing a few classes. As they should. It's fun.
Just how my oldest did. Eddie did the exact same thing.
Same thing. So now my oldest daughter is the only one I've had a hard time convincing to try out. My wife actually talked my daughter's friend into trying it out, and my daughter finally decided that she was going to give it a shot now that her friend was doing it. Her friend is a really good kid and always helps out around the house when he's over. I really don't think his mom will be able to afford the classes for him, but I really want my daughter to stick with it, so I'm considering finding a way to pay his fees and keep him involved as well. He's been to a few classes and enjoys it, and actually is pretty good. And I know it'll keep him out of trouble. He doesn't seem to have the best home situation right now and kind of reminds me of myself when I was his age. I don't want to make his mom feel bad about having to tell him she can't afford to, nor do I want him to feel weird about me paying it for him. So, here's the question. Do you guys think I should just keep taking him without bringing it up or talk to him about it privately and maybe put some stipulations on it with regards to school, grades, or some other kind of rules? Or should I just tell his mom to pay it, otherwise he can't go, which probably makes my daughter quit as well?
It's a really good question.
It's a really good question.
So the only part that I don't have any connection to is that my daughter won't quit for anybody. So she's just on her own.
Right.
But I am in a very similar situation. So I have a friend of my daughter's that wants to try, she's very quickly becoming like part of my family. And her family isn't nothing. It's just I don't think they'll be able to afford it. I think they work really hard at what they got going on, but it's just not the right point in their lives that an extra cost for BJJ would work. So what I'm gonna do is what I'm gonna call it is a sponsorship. So I'm gonna sponsor her, but I'm gonna tell her the school is sponsoring her. Because I really want her to be involved. I want her to be able to get out of the house and do something fun, be part of something. And instead of bringing it up to the parents, because it's just, I don't think there's a good way to do it. I don't think there's a good way to say, it's just going to come off as, I have the money to do this, so I'm just going to do it for your child who can't afford it because of you. It has nothing to do with that.
Right.
It's what they can afford to do for their family at this time. It's all that matters. And I might be able to afford that for her. I'm going to do it. But I'm not telling anybody. I'm just going to start picking her up.
Yeah, I thought my wife did as well, that if it's not a financial burden for you at all, just go ahead and do it yourself. If it is, perhaps talk to the mom and say, can you pay? And if she can't, maybe you can split it or work something out.
Yeah.
If that's not an option and it's a financial burden, talk to the coach. Chad was on here saying that, he'll work with people if they can't afford it.
Yeah, he said that multiple times.
And not all coaches will or can. It is a business. So you can't be butthurt or mad if they won't.
If they don't.
But you can ask, and that's always an option. But like I said, I wouldn't put any stipulations on it because I think it's
not your place. A
right.
really big deal.
Yeah.
No matter how much of a part of the family he might be, helping out with the chores and whatnot, which is really cool that he does. It's just not your place. It's not your place. You're intervening on another parent's parenting.
Yeah,
don't do it.
Job,
don't do it. I'm a better parent than everyone I know,
yeah.
and they get really pissed when I tell them that. So,
the best parents alive.
Yeah, not even close.
Because I say so.
Yeah. So, don't do that. It's not going to go well.
That's funny.
And it also comes off, if you're going to talk to the mom or even talk to the boy about it, it almost comes off as you're doing it for the attention, which I can tell by your email that has nothing to frickin' do with it.
Yeah, you sound like a really cool guy that would do that.
So don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't make it seem that way. Don't give an option. Just start sponsoring. If her mom, if his mom asks, then you bring it. Then you talk about, I just thought it was something I didn't want my daughter to quit.
Right.
I brought her. I just thought he really enjoyed it, so I thought I would work out a sponsorship for him.
And if it's not a big deal,
and if it's not a big deal, there it is.
Yep.
And a lot of times, if you can't afford it, but your kids are going to love it. I know I would be the kind of person that if somebody started doing that for me, I'll just let them do it.
Yeah.
Because I know my kid wants it, and all it's going to do is hurt my ego that I can't pay for it.
Yep.
My ego means shit for my kids.
And a lot of people can pay it forward in a different way, right? So she might be able to do something for somebody else down the road. So it just kind of, it's part of being a good person, and you're a good person. So
you seem awesome, dude. Yeah. Awesome.
Another option
for accidentally finding us.
That's awesome. So another option is always GoFundMe. The jiu-jitsu community is huge. So maybe that's an option, maybe not. What do you think?
It's too you'll have to call it something else.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to call it for this kid. How insulting would that be as a parent?
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, there's a GoFundMe page started by some other person for my kid to do something he's doing.
Fair enough.
Ugh.
I'm just trying to think of ways to make
I love it.
Financially feasible.
I love it, but I also like punching holes in your ideas. So that's where I'm at on this. Helpful. Yeah. So I think that answers it. I mean, the way I'm going to do it, as long as my wife doesn't kill me, which she never does, but I like saying it, we're going to try to work it out financially for us that we can afford it. It doesn't stretch us. I'll probably talk to my, the head of the gym, Chad, for us, and just see if there's anything he can help me out with on cost, since I'm already paying for my whole family. So she's basically an extra little daughter to me. So
nice.
I'm going to treat it that way. If her parents have an issue, then I'll apologize, and I won't do it anymore. But I'm definitely, I'm also by nature, ask for forgiveness type person.
Oh, Jesus.
So
it's always a good plan.
Yeah, I just fucking do it. I'm like, hopefully this shit works. So
what's better than hearing no?
And your heart's in the right place. So I don't think that can ever go wrong.
Exactly. I hope that answers it good enough. I hope we did an okay job.
Hey, why don't you email us back and tell us at thedads at grapplingdads.com. You fucking idiot. I love it.
I was so excited to get these emails.
I know you were. He high-fived me as soon as he saw me at the gym.
Oh, my God, I was so giddy. Thank you.
Oh, man.
So, all right. So we got a pants shitting story to finish it up, and then we're gonna pull a name out of a hat
and talk about our sponsors.
All right. So we got a pants shitting story email, and it's not exactly what I was looking for, but damn it, it's close enough.
Who's it from?
It's from Dave.
Dave. All right.
Yes. I'm not sure if we do last names on here.
No, you do not do last names.
Okay, then it's from Dave.
Especially for a shitting story. Hey, I shit myself. My name's Dave B.B. Blah Blah.
You can reach him.
You can reach me and find me on Facebook and mention my shitting story.
I'll make you famous.
In the worst
I don't want to
way.
be famous like that, bro. That sucks. All right, so this is long and my voice is sucky, so bear with me.
Sure you don't want me to read it?
You want to?
I don't care.
Fuck
I'll
yeah,
read
dude.
it.
Here.
Give it to me.
Bam.
Professionals. Am I reading this whole damn thing?
Goddamn right
Holy
you are.
shit. So although it's not a jiu-jitsu related and didn't happen during the match, here's my story. Oh my God. Sorry, I've already read this. There was a wrestling tournament. Our team drove about an hour away. In high school, I would often cut weight if needed to fill a 189 slot. He's a big dude.
Big dude.
In high school? Damn.
You should see him now.
I don't want to. Is he fat?
No.
Damn. I don't know why I care. So fill the 189 slot. There was it was one of those weeks. So he had to fill the 189 slot, huh? Anyone who goes to a tournament can likely relate to sipping water, eating as little as possible, sweating yourself silly, all those tactics, etc. It's ETC, that's what that means.
Yes.
Right? All right,
yes,
good.
you got it. Nailed it.
Nailed it. Not an idiot. Had to ask. The tournament happens 5 matches later, and I'm exhausted. Usually, that type of tourney wears you out for days. That I can barely muster the strength to to fling myself out of bed in the morning. Kind of drained. I don't think that's kind of drained.
That's pretty drained.
That's fucking drained. Afterwards, generally, since everyone is drained, and an hour away, they will pit stop at some fast food place. I can't remember exactly where it was. And since it was the furthest from your next weigh-in, you haven't eaten as this is so funny. 3,000 calories at one time. That's awesome, Dave. Oh God, what would that be like?
That's like my
4
standard
Big
breakfast.
Macs.
Oh, I don't know.
I know your standard breakfast. I've been eating it.
Yes.
It's good. It's real good.
Damn right.
Oh yeah, here 3,000 calories. Sorry,
Lose your spot.
lost my spot. This is so professional. On the bus ride home, as my muscles are stiffening, my stomach is now brewing something fierce. Only a few minutes pass before I desperately require a toilet. I'm able to hold it, but lack of energy and strength is pushing back.
We've all been there. Let's be honest.
I have not been there. This is not happening to me. Holy shit. I've never been that bad. No, but I'm now a pressure cooker. Yeah. That's disgusting. I'm a pressure that my time is ticking. Oh, that's so not a good. Oh God!
If you haven't ever used a pressure cooker, when you let the steam off, you'll kind of know what he's talking about.
No, stop! Oh, Dave, you son of a bitch!
That's funny.
Closer and closer, we got to our school where my car is parked, and the coach says, "Sorry, gents, I'm not going to be able to open the locker room." Yikes. Long day, blah, blah. And that's when panic sets in. These words.
You're not going to be able to do what now? You can't open the locker room for like 1 minute.
Hold on. It's a long day. It's going to get worse.
This is bullshit, coach. You need to open that locker room, and you need to do it now.
Then you start choking your coach.
That's right.
But he's the coach, so it'll probably fuck you up.
Yeah, well.
Anyways. These words were welcomed as paper cuts on my eyelids. I waddle awkwardly clenched to my car. Oh, God.
Do the duck walk.
Do the duck walk, sir.
Hold those cheeks together, sir.
Oh, my God. Get some duct tape. There's a gas station nearby. I think I can make it. With the station in sight, I lose control of my sphincter, and the pressure wins. There was a bit of relief to finally be shitting. Oh, God. Yet a huge dose of shame as a semi-liquid sludge. Oh, God.
How can you be... Can you imagine being so happy and so sad all at the same moment?
Time.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, semi-liquid sludge lifted me off of my seat.
Wait, read that one more time.
The whole thing?
No, just the last.
I don't want
the
to.
Semi-liquid
the semi-liquid sludge lifted me off my seat. Oh, why'd you make me read it again?
Because you were laughing over it. I didn't hear it.
It was so bad. I was trying to save people from that.
Oh, don't do that.
I was still wearing my moisture wicking boxer briefs and singlet. What the fuck, dude? Take your singlet off at some point.
The coach didn't open the gym.
He was somewhere. He didn't wear the singlet there, did he?
Maybe he did. Hell, I don't know. It's not my story, bro.
Well, from the sounds of this guy, he probably had the headphones on too, like the fucking headgear on. He probably just walked in fucking ready to roll. I got a shit. Let's roll.
That's right. We need clarification, Dave.
I want
the dads.
Stop. We're desperate, but not that desperate. We have listeners. Anyways, oh my God, this is so funny. There's nothing like feeling warm shit combining with your pubes. Oh. I should have looked ahead in that sentence. I shamefully drove home as calmly as possible. I slowly walked up to my parents' door. I crept it quietly open. Oh, God, dude, it's worse. Hello. Gasp. No one was home.
Small miracles.
Small
miracles.
That's amazing.
It's like the only nice thing that happened so far in the story. Nobody met him at the door.
Oh, my God.
His mom gives him a big hug. That's how he did.
How'd you do, honey?
How'd you do, sweetie? What's that smell?
Did you shit yourself, honey? Your dad shits himself all the time. I love my old lady voice.
No.
Kind of southern, kind of stupid. Anyways, I shamefully drove home. There we go. No one was home. I went to the laundry room to cry. I mean, wash my gear and shower and hopefully destroy the evidence. As I pulled down my singlet, it was amazing what happened. Due to the nature of the spandex clothes, all the wet clothes were... Oh, dude, I don't want to read this.
Read that.
Although wet spots were apparent, all of it was contained... Oh, God. And had... Why do you have to write it like this?
Because it's funnier.
It's not, though. Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Had formed into like a jello-like, God, rather than a sludge.
Nice.
Down my legs. And shot up my back into my jacket. I can't even read this thing correctly. This is horrible. Oh, my gosh. Well, I did not throw the boxers. What are you... I didn't throw them away.
Whoa, you threw the boxers away.
Oh, I did throw. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, my God. I did throw the boxers away. I imagine someone out there is still using the singlet and sweatsuit I returned to the uniform at the end of the season. Oh, my God. Telling no one the story.
I'm not mad at that.
I am. Fucking sending disease on to new people. A washer ain't getting that shit out.
No, that's terrible.
Tide is not getting
funny.
Shit jello. Get that away from me. I feel dirty just reading it. Oh, that was horrible and funny all at the same time. Yeah, that's what you get for being a wrestler.
Yeah.
See how I turned that around?
Yeah, you turned that around.
Turn around like an asshole.
So, yeah, if you can beat that story, good luck. And I want to hear it. Well, we should have producer Nicole read the next one, though. We should have to read that one.
Yeah, because I can't get through without laughing.
I'm not sure she'd have been able to get through that story, though. Let's be honest.
No, she probably could. She's pretty. So? Yeah, she can keep a straight face. You and I are fucking stupid. And I was reading ahead the whole time. I'm like, and the one time I didn't was the pubes line. I'm like, stop. All right, it's time for fun stuff.
Do it, Kip.
Everybody ready?
Everybody ready.
I don't know if you are.
We
don't do this live. Probably can't hear that.
Yes, they can.
I can't tell. It's up against my face. All right.
We have a name.
The winner.
By a landslide. Or the one that
the one I picked out of this random piece of random bowl is Denzer BJJ, which is, what's his name, Paul?
I don't know.
Because you got to look it up. He's on the list. Because we wrote down their names with like their Instagram names.
Neil Denzer.
Neil Denzer. So we do need a favor from you, Neil.
Yeah, we're going to need
We need an address and a shirt size. And we will get it out to you. But you have to go into a verbal pact with us at this point to take a picture of you with that on in the gym that you're working out in.
Oh, good idea, Kip.
Okay?
I never thought of that.
And I want to know the name of the gym so we can shout them out, shout you out because you're awesome and you won. And you get a shirt.
Everybody wins. Mostly you.
Yep, A1. I know we talked about it.
A1?
Still sad. A. Yeah.
Oh. When you said A1, I thought you were talking about gi sizes for a minute. Like, it's a shirt.
Yeah, we can't afford these.
It's past my bedtime, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's getting sleepy. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's I'm excited. That's fun, man. I like our shirts.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wear them all the time.
Absolutely.
So,
but yeah, thanks for voting.
But they will be available for sale here in the next few weeks. So, as soon as we can get Neil to send us his info, and I can get my jerk of a frickin' printer to call me back, we'll have those shirts out.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm super excited.
Me too.
And
thanks again for following us and listening to the show.
Yeah,
thanks
voting. That was cool. So
you're a bad man.
Yeah, we were.
Thanks, Neil.
Yeah, you like BJJ? We like BJJ. Best friends.
Best friends.
Everyone's best friends. So just want to close out just thanking our sponsors. Usually we bring that up at the beginning, but I haven't got a good can of that done yet.
We'll get there.
We're new but Tap Tape is awesome. I want to bring up a few more reviews we got from our gym actually recently. Paul noticed, just starting off, Paul noticed that there's a lot of black tape in our gym right now. And everyone loves it. Adam is really hard on his tape, and he's like, the edges curl. That's it.
Yep.
He doesn't lose it the whole freaking time. And last night we were doing massive cardio, doing bear crawls, everything with our hands on the mats, and then we rolled, half a dozen, if not more, times. And it was still on at the end of that. I taped up like an idiot. Did I bring that up before?
Yeah, you did. You taped like an asshole just to see what it would do.
Asshole to see what it'd do, and it worked fucking great. And then this time I taped it how I normally do, and I taped my two fingers together. I'm having issues with it jamming. Perfect. Nice. Didn't come off the whole time. I love it. Not even just saying it because they're our sponsor. It is awesome. Go get it. Tap Tape, Amazon. Boom. The guy is awesome. He's in Korea right now. So
half the reason you should buy the tape is just because he's so cool.
He is the coolest guy right now.
Find a cool business owner. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
This guy is awesome.
Awesome. And he loves us.
Yeah.
So we're cool too. Love it. So, but no, check it out. We're actually going to get some more products to try out too, so I can't wait to see that. I think we'll get some fishing tape and some other things. He's got some sweet, I think he's got some American-made belt tape.
Really?
Yeah, coming out. So that's kind of cool too.
Nice.
So
I'm
awesome.
excited.
He needs to get back in the country.
Yes, he does.
Get back. He's going to listen to this. He's been liking our shit on Instagram. So. He's like, I'll be listening to you while I'm overseas.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate him. He's a cool cat.
No, he's awesome.
For sure.
And we have some of the coolest sponsors because we now have, Blackline Studios right here. We keep forgetting to introduce ourselves that way because this is his studio. He's been putting some money into us and helping us grow. So Blackline Jiu-Jitsu, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
68th and 131. Easy.
Still don't know the exact address. We are not good at advertising.
God.
We'll get that.
We'll get good at something eventually. Our audio quality is so much better than the first 5 shows.
It is.
Yeah, we're getting better.
You haven't heard them 5 shows, the real bad ones.
Oh, my God, the 5 we threw away?
Yeah. Those were fucking junk.
Oh.
So.
I think, was it Ann that emailed? Said something about like the 50th episode we should celebrate?
Yeah.
We should celebrate by doing a drop of the very first 5 minutes.
I think it's a little soon for that. Even 50 is a little soon.
Too soon?
That's more than twice what we have now. It's still too soon.
Yeah, that's really funny.
So, but I think this episode's, you guys will hear this on Thursday. That's Turkey Day for us.
Turkey Day.
This will be available, but that's why we did this email show. I thought it'd be a lot of fun to get that out there, and we'd like to have stuff out. The shows are going to be switching to Mondays and Thursdays for our release. We're having a little trouble with people having too much to listen to all at one time.
Yeah.
You want to space that shit out.
A little bit.
And it works better with our schedule.
Yes, it does.
So, but yeah, thanks for everybody supporting us. Thanks for Corey LaGrace, who came on and is a constant, asshole to me. And and his wrist lock was great. I do believe he was showing me as a dummy, and I said, I'm good, which meant I was done. He says, no, I'm not done yet. So it was funny.
Yeah.
And hurt.
Yeah, there's a video of me attempting to roll with him. It's on Facebook. It's on our Grappling Dads page.
Yeah, it's quite awkward. You tried,
like,
buddy.
It's like I forgot jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's the same shit I do. Like you said, it's the same shit I do with Chad. literally forget what I'm doing with our coach.
It's awful. Yeah, I don't get it, but it's funny to watch. So check it out. There's in mid video about 2-minute mark or so. It's only 3-minute long.
Yeah,
the look on my face.
Yeah, it's quite good.
It's epic.
It's really
so
good.
You should watch it just for that one brief moment of my face going, "Oh my god, it hurts so bad." It's
wonderful.
It's funny.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we went way longer on time than I thought we would. But you guys love it.
We hope so.
They do.
Yeah,
I think
we got
so.
3 emails. They must love it.
Hey! We have a listener on every continent.
Every continent. Well, no, Antarctica. So if anybody knows somebody,
shut up with people.
Hold on. If anybody knows like a scientist that happens to be on Antarctica
and has an internet signal,
yes, come on, let them know.
You're an idiot.
This is the only thing they need to listen to.
I'm gonna take the continents with people on it, not penguins.
Fair enough.
So
we're on 6 continents.
Yes. So
the ones that matter.
Yes. Australia. Looking at you, dog. I really want to do something stupid. So
yeah, the Australian dude, like right in.
There's a few.
So Kip can read it in his accent.
Yep, there's more than one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
I don't know.
3.
3.5.
Nice. I'll take it.
One of them got killed in an accident. There's only half of them left.
Right.
So he was a listener. Rest in peace. Australian half man.
Sick, dude. On that note,
Paul's got to go to bed.
I'm going to bed.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Bye.